going on there, YouTube? This is SEL03Dude0. Sounds so freaking weird. Yeah, this is about The Legends of Tomorrow, the pilot. This is a spoiler-filled review. If you've not seen it, just go to my non-spoiler first reaction. You can check it out there, or you can save this video for watch later. Don't let yourself be spoiled by this, because there's actually some things that I did not expect to surprise me. I thought this show was going to be fluff, but I actually, believe it or not, gave this episode an 8.5 out of 10, which I cannot believe. Why did I like it, though? Let's go into the spoilers. Here we go. So, Rip Hunter is a Time Lord in and of himself. Like, he's a time master. He works with this organization that, you know, conceptualizations of what happens in instances in time, but they try to uphold the peace. But even though they know Vandal Savage is cheating time, literally cheating time, and causing all these different ripple effects in time period. But it's like, it's actually, it's what's real happened, you know? Like, it's not like something that, it's kind of like he's changing. It's just his presence there has changed and destroyed a lot of lives, you know? And it's like, why does Rip Hunter want to change that? It's like, there's nothing they really should do. By him changing it is going to create a whole different reality. But the reasons why is he doesn't even care, because when they revealed to me, like midway when they're on their journal and whatnot, and everybody's like telling them, it's like, okay, what is your real reason for doing this? And he tells them, well, I just want to let you know, like, y'all are not real legends. I kind of picked y'all out because y'all are expandable, essentially. Now, I was like, that kind of took me back. I was like, what? Like, they're not legends. He's like, basically, whatever y'all do, it won't change or distort time. So it's like y'all are irrelevant in the sense of doing and altering time. That's why I picked y'all. I was like, dang, that's kind of sad. But then he goes into his backstory about why he's hunting, you know, Savage, because they all start beating him down. And he told him that in the beginning of the episode, this woman and her child, and the woman steps in front of the child to save his life from Savage. And then, like, the boy is, like, interrogated by Savage, like, yeah, are you like your mother, or are you going to wise up, basically? The boy spits in his face. He shoots him, point blank range, and you find out that's Rip's family. Like, the man slaughtered his family, as well as the city. And I was like, that hit me. That hit me. Another key moment that actually hit me crazy was that Rip wanted to go to a specific time in the 70s, which that was actually interesting in itself, because some kind of way Snart and Sarah Lance and the Heat dude, I keep on forgetting his name, they go to this bar to kind of get like wasted and chill out, and they tell Jefferson to stay on the ship, which I'll get into that a little bit in a second. But they break out and Sarah just starts to dance, and I was like, yo, what is going on? And then, like, they just go into a bar fight. But the thing about it was that Snart can fight, dude. Like, they can actually, you know, throw down without actually using their guns. Like, I think that's one of the things I liked about this episode, is that I actually got to see them use their hand-to-hand combat skills versus just using their guns. I thought that was actually a really special sequence. But the whole era in that time, the reason why Rip wanted to go there, because there was a person that knew countless amounts of information about Vandal Savage. And then when I looked at him, and then he started talking about all these descriptions about, you know, both like Hawk Girl, Hawkman, and I was like, yo, how does this dude know all this? And then he said, you don't remember me. I was like, no. It ends up being their son. And I was like, but the thing was that he has 24 hours until he's gonna die. And of course it happens anyway, and it was really heartfelt. I think they could have dragged it out a little bit better towards the end, especially having both parents there, you know, weeping. But it plays its significance in and of itself, because it was like he had kept a record of everything, and he gave them all the information that they needed. It was just really sad, but it brought Hawk Girl and Hawkman together in a more deeper, intimate way, because what was on his neck at all times after his parents had got slaughtered when he was 10 was their wedding ring, or her wedding ring. And it was a deep sequence. I really liked it. That was one of the more highlight things. The only thing I didn't like is the fact that Vandal Savage didn't make his entrance. Like, I mean, he made a huge dent with Flash and Arrow, and I was thinking, like, dude, he's gonna, you know, come and tune these dudes up. Nope, it didn't happen. Instead, the Time Lords go and get Rip, because he decides to go rogue and take the ship and do his own thing, and sends this guy there, Kronos, to, you know, attack them, which the Heat guy calls him a fake Boba Fett. And then that's when the fight sequence goes on, and it's pretty epic. Like, I have to admit, it was actually a pretty awesome sequence, how they shot it. Kind of got corny when I saw Professor Stein trying to run, as well as Ray. As well as some of the remarks that everybody was kind of making before they left. It was really corny. Oh my gosh. And then, how is Professor Stein gonna roofie my dude? I knew as soon as he took a drink, like, Jefferson, he wasn't with him. He wasn't trying to go and get on this journey. He was trying to stay on Earth and chill. He offered him a drink, and all of a sudden he roofied him. And I was like, really? That's how you fall back? But it's like, I mean, towards the end, everybody's, interactions and stuff that happened in the beginning becomes so much more solidified and defined. It was like, even like, Captain Cole and then, the Heat guy, like, they even choose to want to stay, even though they're not trying to be heroes. It's like they want to say that even though history says this, well, we're changing history, we can become these legends regardless. And I thought that revelation that Ray got is really pivotal for him moving forward as a potential leader. We'll see what happens. But I couldn't believe Professor Stein did that. That was jacked up. But either way, like I said, there were some definitely corny moments. That's, I guess, the only negative I can see, because it's just a pilot. I think it could have been a lot more epic if they had a better villain. And Vandal Savage himself, but like, he's definitely left his paw print, so to speak, on these characters, and so we'll see where this goes come next episode. I might hate it next episode. We'll see. Hopefully you enjoyed my spoiler-filled review of Legend of Tomorrow Pilot Part 1. Y'all keep it locked, JVS. We ain't gonna stop. Love y'all. Keep it less. Peace.